Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Guark, we are back. It has been a while. I've decided to do something else for a while, but we are back on Formula 1 in the career mode. And today we're at Imola. I remember last time out I was hyping myself up on this track. I thought I was the goddamn king of Imola. And I'm here to prove you all right. Okay? I've had doubters, including myself, including Jack Crawford, my teammate, and every single other person. I have seen a lot of reds in this practice session already. Fills me with confidence. Oh damn, we actually get the double done though. We are cool for that one. But now into qualifying. My engine was dead, so I thought straight away let's change a couple of them. I wouldn't have had enough time to do turbocharger as well, but gearbox is important and my MGUs are important. A lot more than turbocharger, in my opinion. Don't quote me on that. But now we actually get to do the race. For some reason it's still orange, but sure. So now we're doing our setup with 6 minutes remaining. We still haven't done a banker lap or anything. Changing the aero just a little bit to suit the car. Going to the lucky second tyre, because I find that lucky. I'd prefer to put on the second set of softs rather than the first. Don't ask me why. I just feel more confident doing that. But here we go, finally coming out onto the out the pit lane, into the pit lane from the pit garage. It's amazing, man. I've done YouTube for like 14 years and I still can't speak. It's taken 2 weeks off and I still have a speech impediment. Anyway, into the pit lane, we are sat right behind Mr. Max Verstappen, the number one. Going to try and give him a gap. There's Lando Norris behind the... I'm going to say soon to be number one, but I'm really for Piastri over Norris. For reasons I will never say. We've let past a couple of drivers, and now giving ourselves a gap to some more. Goes a little bit wide on the penultimate corner. We get it all cleanly through the final corner though. Opens up the battery all the way onto the overtake. Opens up the DRS flap as well. And onto our only lap in qualifying. So this is going to be the greatest lap you've ever seen. Pole position in a car that's around on the level of, I don't know, the Alpine from 2021. In fact, I won a race. So.
Down to P22.
Shut up, Mark. We go green in the first sector. That fills me with a lot of confidence. I've got a look at the top left side of those. So Doohan's done a 51.8. by the end of the second sector, and we have done a 51.6, so we are looking at around, I'm going to say 15. I'm going to pump myself up a little bit. We're going to finish 15th, okay, we're going to qualify 15th. We come around the final kink and to the line. It is not 15th. Okay, right. So remember how I said I was the greatest at this track? I lied. I'm actually god awful.
Well,
my teammate's 13th, Bortolo's 12th, right, so I don't know what's happened there. But we're 19th. We also decided to change the final component turbocharger that was on its last legs. We also skipped Crofty because I hurt. I don't know who the legend is, Crofty, but you're doing me head in. So we're starting back at the back of the grid because we decided to change turbocharger as well. You may as well. I've only lost 2 places. It's better than nothing. I was sort of hoping someone else to take a grid penalty as well. I think someone did, but we didn't see the grid, so I don't know who it was. But now onto the formation lap, where we get to see everyone's tyres, see the strategies. Strategies was a 1-stop medium to hard or a 2-stop medium hard / medium hard medium. And I'm seeing Hadjar, Alonso and Ocon on the softs, everyone else on the medium, so I can definitely tell there's going to be 3 2-stoppers at least. I think some of the medium runners are also going to be doing some 2-stops. I'm doing a 1-stop though, which is crucial. And there it is, some possible race strategies. Medium to hard on lap 14/15 or a 2-stop. Medium to hard on 10 to 15. And then 20 to 25, I think that said. I don't know, I'm trying to read it and it disappeared. But that's fun. So now we get to stare at Richard Verschoor's eyes for 10 minutes. There we go. So now we line up on the grid. Let's hope for a good race. Here we go. 5 red lights are up. And we are racing in the Emilia Romagna region. And straight away we get sort of a good start ahead of Doom, but they get good in the second phase and we are god awful. What has happened? I'm never going to fix my race starts. We send it down the inside of Hulkenberg, of Sainz and of Jack Doohan. We get up to P19, we get a little bit of a tap by the Williams of Carlos Sainz, pushed off the track, loses 1, loses 2 and back straight down into 22nd place. But you know, it's only the first 3 corners, you never give up. And already into 21st place, back again, only 2 corners later, around the outside of Jack Doohan as well, isn't going to be 20th place, he seems to have a better drive out the corner of turn 6, and coming up the hill, into the fast left, can he hold the inside line? No he can't, so already back up into 20th place, through whatever the goddamn name of this corner is. I don't know any of the names of the corners on this track. We're behind Sainz into a chicane which I used to gain a lot of time through, but of course it's now a bracket track there, so you can't cheat and go a little bit wide, so that's why it's no longer my favourite track. Coming around the final 2 corners, sticking right on the okay, never mind, I'm not sticking right on the exhaust of Carlos Sainz because I'm going to have a little bit of a snap. 1 lap later then, lap 3, straight back onto the back of Carlos Sainz. And can we get back ahead of Sainz? No, he's going to get back ahead of us. How many times can I back in 1 corner, in 1 little clip? We're going to go and try and back down the inside of Carlos Sainz, but he won't back down, and we have to drop back down to 20th. Why am I making this a challenge now to stay back? We go onto the grass and back up into 19th. Okay, that's enough backs. On to his teammate now, Alex Albon. We've managed to extend the gap from us and Sainz to nearly a second. We go very late to get past Albon. We had to move at the very last second, else there would have been contact. But we are a good driver, so we don't make contact with anyone. Over to DRS, can we get the V-carb just in a corner's notice? No we can't. Fun. No we cannot. Little bit of a snap as well, that's fun for all of us. It's only an lap 6, so I'm already getting snaps, this is fun. We send it down the inside at the hairpin on Lawson. Can we get past? He's going to use up all the curb. I saw him cross that white line. I hope he gets a 5-second time penalty for that. He doesn't though. The little cheat. We go down the inside anyway. We didn't corner cut there because we're actually a clean driver. And we get ahead up into P17 a lap later. Can we do the same on Isaac Hadjar, the other V-carb, his teammate? We did it on 1. Can we do it on the other? We get it a lot earlier done. We push him all the way to the white line. And we do get ahead up into P16 on lap 7 and 32. And at the end of lap 7 we already see our first couple of pitters. Ocon is in, Fernando Alonso is in. I think that's all the soft runners, I believe. We're now up to P11 from some of the pitters. There goes Gabriel Bortoletto as well. Stroll's in the pits, Gasly's in the pits. I think that just said Piastri, but actually both McLaren's in sector 2 already. So I don't think Piastri's on the pits. And Jack Crawford, who started 9 places ahead of us, we have now got a 4-second gap, 7th and 8th for both of us. And I believe we are both on a 1-stop. We let some of the pitters pass. There goes Leclerc. He's already pitted. He's fast going away. No point challenging him. Plus I wanted a DRS, so we let him pass extra early. There goes my rear end, apparently. Charles Leclerc is off to the distance. Tsunoda is going to close that gap very quickly. We are going to pit on the notice of us getting a massive snap out the final corner. So Tsunoda's 2 seconds behind us. When we go into the pit, what is the gap going to be? Please, Marco, you could not care. It's already less than a second as we go into sector 3. We've told Marco boxing we do not like the time that we are losing. Ignore the fact it's a Red Bull, we are losing time. It is Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. We let him pass, go very, very wide to let him pass as well. Because, you know, I don't want to mess up these front runners, you know. Our place is not in the top 8. You know, that's the Ferraris, Mercedes, Red Bulls and McLaren's job to finish in them positions. We have no business finishing there. Ignore the fact that Crawford got a podium in Japan. Go watch that if you haven't already. It was an amazing race for everyone involved. But anyway, we have pitted. This is going to be our one and only pit stop. Hopefully, as long as there's no damage or maybe we'll pit again. Putting on the hards, and for once in the race we actually get a good pit stop. No failures, no time loss, nothing. 2.5 seconds in and out. Unfortunately though, we still do come out in last place, despite being, I think, I would have been net 18th. When they all pitted. I was about 18th, or being 8th when we did finally pit. Now I believe everyone else has pitted, although those front runners are so far away that I'm actually not sure who has and hasn't pitted. Plus those 2 Mercedes in the midfield, so actually no, that's pretty good. I'm kidding, Russell's a good driver. I can't be mean to any drivers. Anyway, we try and get past Du and he blocks us off. Try and get past doing yet again, this time into and we nearly make contact with his rear tyre as well. Here's a slow-mo replay from off it. You can see how close we get to him. We have to take immersive action going straight onto the curb and nearly into the grass as well, but we get past. And on the same lap, another of our team's drivers. First it was us, nearly we're doing, and then it's Jack Crawford and the curb making bad contact.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing
so now
speed. Come on.
we are the worst team in this race. 20th and 22nd. Could only be worse if I was 21st. Finally we have another pit though. Isaac Hadjar into the box. That pushes up a place. Alonso and Ocon also in the box. That's 2 more places. 17th. Crawford now 19th. Can we Can we clear Hulkenberg as well? DRS open. Hulkenberg also has DRS. He's going to try and get past Lawson here. We've run out of battery, so we can't make a move. But there goes Lawson and Hulkenberg. Wheel to wheel, down in turn 1. And Hulkenberg gets by. Will we get by Lawson? Coming around turn 3. No, maybe into what I believe is the Villeneuve chicane, and we make slight contact. But remember guys, I'm a clean driver, I can never make contact with anyone, so I don't know what you mean. I think that was actually, that was a glitch on the game, you know. I didn't actually make contact with him, it was just telling us that we made contact. As for the weather, because them greys were cloud, yes. Them greys were cloud. Hulkenberg comes into the box as well, so more pace is gained. Behrman and Stroll in the pits as well. Tsunoda just coming out the pits ahead of us. Can we get into P10 though, even though he's going to be a lot slower. He's a faster car, so he managed to keep the place. Into that lap, Tsunoda and I both caught up massively to Bortoleto, who finally decides to pit. We have DRS, we have ERS. Can we maybe make a move on the Red Bull? Fun fact, no we can't, because we are slow. Nah, we're not slow, we're 9th and 10th. We are very easily the 5th fastest team, just not in qualifying. Lap 26, it's just another one of them races. There's actually 21 left. I believe Russell retired, so we are in 8th place. So when I said that our car doesn't belong in the top 8, I lied. Because Russell is armoured. And Crawford, my teammate, is 9th. The gap to the car ahead is 3.6, and the gap to Crawford is what is now 8 seconds 3 laps later. I was just showing the gap, so there's actually nothing that happens right now. And the gap between Crawford and Ocon is 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds right now. and that gap is slowly coming down. Crawford cannot keep these tyres alive. But what do? Do we want to race our teammate and drop back? I'm trying to push to Snowder, it isn't working. We go into the gravel trap for about the 5th time. On to lap 31, Crawford loses the place to Esteban Ocon, and this sparks something in my mind. I can't catch up to the car ahead, but I could slow down to the car behind, and Crawford's just lost a point from 9th to 10th, of course 2 points to 1 point in the championship, and the championship is quite important for us because we do now have the rivalry with Williams. I don't know if I got that last race or this race, so I might have spoiled something, I can't remember. But now we're going extra slopes. I want the point. If we slow Ocon up enough, Crawford will get back ahead of him, which doesn't look likely because there's already an Aston Martin on the back of Crawford, but it's always worth the attempt just to begin a train for the final lap in the hopes that we get the extra point. Quite crucial for the midfield team. That is us.
Okay, final lap, let's go.
So we come onto the final lap, we are going severely slowly. Here's Jack Crawford getting overtaken and dropping out of the points on the final lap. So now Crawford's going to have to make 2 overtakes to get him where I want him to be, or just 1 just to get him something, some sort of reward, which that wouldn't be very nice on Alonso. I do like Alonso. Through the Villeneuve chicane, can't do anything to Ocon there, slowing him all the time. Alonso's now in DRS of Ocon. Not that that's going to matter though. He's now in DRS of me, Jesus, we really are slowing them up. Ocon's actually going to go try it. He's on the outside, into the curve, can't get past us at the curve. Down into probably one of my favourite parts of the track. We can brake extra late with this because we have quite a nice line through there. Build a gap. This is when I realised, oh wait, he's not going to get past. We may as well just try and run to the line before we somehow get overtaken between now and the flag. Ocon once again trying to look a way round us. He's just a couple of attempts behind. He can make a dive here. He doesn't make the dive there, luckily. Gap is 4 tenths. Now it's 3.5. Now it's 3. Now it's 2.5. But the line will come just about quick enough so we can't do anything with it. We got P8, which, to be fair, I did say we'd be expecting points. This is a good track for me. P22 to P8. That's pretty decent. We get the drive for the day along with it for the amount of points, positions that we gain. Sorry.
It's another victory
and Max won.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and
he didn't lead from lights out to the flag. He didn't start on pole. I don't think. Don't quote me on it. I don't think he started from pole. I think it was Charles Leclerc, but I can't remember. So fun. But there we go, Max Verstappen has won the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix made in Italy, the Premio Emilia Romagna Grand Prix at Imola 2025, I can't remember the name for it. Oscar Piastri P2, Lando Norris P3, oh wait, it says it right there, Gran Premio del Made in Italy del Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. There we go, that's the name. I don't know why everyone's celebrating. This is Imola. They're all Ferrari fans, and there's not a Ferrari in the top 3, so I don't know what they're celebrating. There wouldn't be McLaren or Red Bull fans here. I don't know why there's a German flag. I guess Mercedes or Nico. Lewis P4, Charles P5, Kimi Antonio P6, Yuki P7, I got P8, Ocon P9, and Alonso finished off the points. My teammate just about lost out on the points by a couple of tenths. In the championship though, Crawford still ahead on 11 and Verschoor on 15. Sorry, position 11 and 15, that's not how many points are on. We're now P6 in the championship, we've moved up a place, which of course does now mean we get to sit through this. And the very cool music in the background. I love the sped up music in this game. It's like when you listen to a song backwards and there's like a secret message saying to worship the devil. Or some, I don't know, it's been a while since that was a thing. Did you guys ever watch on videos when it's like, if you listen to Let It Go from Frozen backwards, it will tell you to drink alcohol until your liver explodes or whatever it was. That was weird. And the thing is, they'd subtitle it and it would just about sound like the word they're subtitling it, and it just does not. And if you don't have the subtitles, you do have no clue what she's saying. It's only because of the subtitles that it sort of makes sense. You know what, yeah, I might change my outro song to this. I actually quite like this. That's quite mystical. Oh, it's over. Oh, it no longer sounds mystical either. Okay, that's quite boring. Anyway, into Monaco. We decided to go for the harder tyres. And we will be racing as Jack Crawford, so expect to hit the barriers about 19 times. That's not a diss on Crawford, that's a diss on me. But of course, that does mean the end of the video. Thank you everyone for watching, and subscribe, it is free. Goodbye.